Hello everyone, teacher here. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about a few different things, including the new login calendar that we have, so make sure you go check that out. And also I want to take one of my questions and answer that, so if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So I want to start off everyone here with the calendar. Please make sure you log in and claim this. After a very disappointing Christmas login calendar, we got this one, and boy, was it way better. Now, I don't remember if this was purple, but I do believe it was. But this is amazing for everyone. Like, even those who spend, like me, this is amazing because this can make any character leader ability level 6. And just before you start wondering where should you put it, Lord Elrond if you have him. Otherwise, save it. That's basically what I would say. Save it unless you are not having Lord Elrond and you are about to unlock Gandalf, then maybe consider it there. Otherwise, hands down, it's for Lord Elrond because that buff boon extending is just so massive in every gameplay. So, hands down, use it on Lord Elrond. Don't even think about it if you're going to use it elsewhere. Lord Elrond, boom. So, there is that. That was really massive seeing, especially after they did the gems chest. And I want to shout out a few people who actually DM'd me who talk about free to play, not free to play, they themselves being free to play. They hoarded some gems, did the chest pulls, and they got enough green materials either way. So green materials are sometimes being made available. I wish that gem offer was actually just available all the time or at least 2 times a month so people know it's coming back so they could actually do it. But that is that is one thing there. So the next thing I want to go in and talk about is actually my Rohan that I talked about with swag, and also I have included Nuras on this, as you can see. And the reason why I did that or want to talk about this is because some people have been asking me, can you talk about what they're scoring? Because you can see what gear level they are. And I know some people have said, how can you score like this? And just quick FYI, my Rohan, like this setup, the top row, is scoring 900k in chapter 1. This is scoring a 300 in chapter 2. Now there's a little bit plug and play. I used Dunhar for bleed in chapter 2. In chapter 3 they scored 879k, and that was with Nuras instead of Neramiri. That is one of the reasons why people have been asking, because you see they're level 50, their gear level, like what am I actually ability levels then as well. And then in chapter 3 they are my leftover team. I used some plug and play there and they got a 300k last time. So let's go into it. Elmer, the man plug and play himself, is actually looking like this, so he's not really that impressive. Brotherly devotion level 5, so he always gained that assist, and of course this one scales with his summon because that's how it is. As you can see, there are some glyphs on now. For chapter 3, I did difficulty 4. I believe I just did last stand on everyone basically. But if you were to go on a lower difficulty, you could go Bloodlust. That is the ideal for him in most situations because he is that crit machine and damage dealer. So I would say go Bloodlust on him. Otherwise, as you know, most people do last stand for pretty much everything. So especially also for chapter 1, I do last stand there because I don't want him to get the kills. So there's no reason to have Bloodlust there. But I do have the minor set just in case he does get a kill somewhere. So Euthane, last stand and shield wall actually just to do that mitigating. Again level 50, gear tier 7, I could make him gear 8 if I want to, but I don't. His abilities 4, 4, 3, 3, so nothing much. I swapped out of them around level 50, so long time ago. Neramiri, doing like this, she has last stand on her as well. I could push her higher up gear level if I farmed some candles, but she serves her purpose for now. If I had gone back and did her more than Lomian, of course she would be gear 8 because that would be really massive, but This is what my mirror looks like now. She's being plugged into my Gondor team in Chapter 3. So, Ironhide, probably the most controversial for many people, because my Ironhide isn't that leveled. I only made him level 60 not that long ago. He's geared tier 6, and 4, 4, 4, free. Like, nothing really special, because I found utility elsewhere, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will say these at 4 is pretty massive for him in Chapter 1, so. And then we have Lady Stew, again, Last Stand. Oh, for Ironhide, of course, do Bloodlust, and if he can't do that, then Last Stand on him. Last Stand, Bloodlust on her, same as well. Her abilities, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Wow, the synergy there, or the jumping back and forth. So, again, I made her level 50 just for that. Like, I left her at level 48 for a long time, and then I just bumped her up to 50 just for that little bit extra health that they get at 50. Guillotine level 6. And then Nuras is just having some random stuff here, but he also last stand on him with Bloodlust. I don't remember what I did. Very basic abilities at level 40. Only went this, so he got stamina, so he could grant more defensive and cleanse some banes. If I had more ability materials and him at level 60, I'll be talking about XP a little bit later. Of course, it would be nice to do, and here you have a lot of turn meter. Here you have the provoke. Now this actually was a little bit of an issue for me in my last chapter 3, because the 50% chance on Ironhide, as he can't do enough damage, actually was a little bit of an issue. But it's a nice way to make him taunt in the beginning, and then you can swap over to an Eothane, and then you need Ironhide to somehow get kills or not be taunted. I still have to figure that one out, because if it's always taunting, then I'm not totally sure. However, if you do have a leveled up Nuras, I think Lembas might actually be a way to go, so you gain the stamina here, and then on the second turn you could actually summon the Stonebreaker and then hold off on Eothane. There's hold off on Eomer's summon. I have to figure that one out, but at the moment he just serves his purpose here. And I could promote him if I want, but I don't, because I have a lot of other ways to spend my gold. So that was basically my Rohan, where they are investment wise and what they're gaining per raid for me. And speaking of gaining per raid, as you've seen, I leveled up my two dwarves to from basically 0 to 60. Just spent a lot of XP, and that was basically the next thing I want to talk about. I decided yesterday when I talked in Discord with my guild, not my guild, the guild I'm in. I'm not the guild leader, so it would be wrong to say that. I talked about XP because a lot of people are tired about marquees. So what you can see here is actually for me, and this is a total 100% free to play, but still fairly competitive person, who I took his raid scores from. So if he can, and I rounded them off. So if he can recognize his scores, yeah. And I wanted to talk about XP here. So this is what I gain. This is per chapter, my score next to it, and then this is what I gain per raid. Then we have the challenge store, challenge adventure, I believe they're called. 18,000 three times a week. That's 54. Then we have the guild. I do some chapter 2 at the moment, so it's not quite here. But this is if you did chapter 5 with 3 daily refreshes. Normal guild energy, where you split some level 80 and some level 60 energy, like from character nodes, etc. So that's that, and that is with 3 refreshes, so that should be what you get there every day. 10,000. This is daily, these two. Then arena, 4,600 I believe it's at for the arena token currency, and I just on average set 3 times a week. Maybe it could be 4, but I'm gaining over 500k XP per week. So as someone who's growing tired of marquees, and also why I would really suggest maybe not to go for marquees that much anymore. Remember, it takes a long time for a marquee to become free to play available, and for a 3-star marquee, they're not really gonna offer you anything. At least you would have to go for a 4-star unless it's something amazing like Lord Ballin kit, but we can't expect to get that every time. So that's what I'm getting. Then I took his scores. Again, chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4. As you can see, some of you might be going here. Like these are the two chapters that are AoE friendly. So, and a lot of people like AoE. That's also something for the Rohan. So, but Rohan can also score pretty okay here with Neramiri. So yeah, this is what he gains per raid, almost 200k. So, and then I just basically did the same for the challenge, assuming you're level 60. Guild, no refreshes, but all assuming all chapter 5, also so you get the purple material mats, you gain 7,290 per day. Same here and same here. So this is what he should be looking at gaining per week. And if we just jump in back into the game, I'm just gonna find someone random if I can. Let's do Bilbo just for fun. That is, so he's gaining like 75% of making a character level 60 per week. And that was the main reason that people did Marquise to 5-star. That was for the XP and of course for the green materials. So this is a word of encouragement for free-to-play players. If you focus on your raid and your raid score, you will see a lot of the XP bottleneck being removed. Gold we can look at a different day. Also, this guy, I'll cover him at some later point. I won't be able to build him up, but I can still speak on it because I talked with some guild members who are looking at building him and fellowship and even at a 5-star, so I can offer some feedback there. And this is also why I did this, because I believe as a content creator and why I show my raid score a lot is not to get that feel good or superiority feeling, but it is more to say, why am I advising what I'm doing? If someone says this is great for raid, but they don't show their raid score, being it a content creator or just in the Discord, you need to back up your claim. You have to back up your claim and proof, because free to play, if you make one big mistake with investment, it's gonna go horribly wrong for a long time. So that's why I do that, just putting it out there. Now, next thing I wanted to look about is Thorn's company, like who, because this was actually also an asked question in one of my videos, if I did Biffer over Bilbar. So that was a combo of those names, but Bilbo, sorry for that. And I just put them at 3-star, level 60, gear tier 8. This is his stats. Don't care about the power level. We are mostly looking at health and these stats here. So 13.2. Here we are looking at 14. Very squishy though. And same here, but here we're looking at 24k. So if you want something that can survive in the difficulties, of course you have a Feely that can heal, then Bomber is the best bet to go for, and as I will buy his offer, I'm just gonna do this just to show you guys. Now I'm looking at 28k. That's actually pretty respectable with last stand, some healing and everywhere. This can maybe work in a difficulty 4 in chapter 1, maybe. Not sure. Would have to put some very specific glyphs on him for sure. And if we do the same here, because we can buy him from the guild currency, we're actually just going to put him at 5-star because people can get there fairly quickly. Then we're looking at 19k, and in due time, because we don't know where Bilbo will be, I would imagine Bilbo going into Challenge Store actually because of what he can do, like stealing boons and everything. Then you're looking at a 30k, so that's also okay. And that's basically why I will round out my Thorns company with Bomber and Biffer for the time being, simply because I don't have a good feeling about Bilbo. Bilbo is very, very strong, no question about that, but I don't think he will be easily accessible, so I will round out my comp elsewhere. Also because Haste and Slow and Disrupted are really good for the chapters, so that's why I'm prioritizing Bomber over Bilbo. Bilbo is going to be great here and there and PvP, but that's not what I'm building. I'm building towards raid to increase my score so I can get more returns, so I can keep building out my teams. And let me just go ahead and see right here before we do any talk about it. So yeah, here he is. I'm buying these two. I'm buying them at 10. I'm said that before. You save 100 guild currency, and in the long run, it will add up. So as you can see, he's now at 300 out of 130. 3 more, and I already have him at a 6 star. So that's what you should be doing. At least that's my advice if you want to build out your squads the best way. Now, for the holidays, maybe not tomorrow, but before New Year, I actually want to go through a video where I answer some of the comments that you guys have posted on some of my videos throughout this month, like glyphs, what am I scoring, can I do some deep dives on some different things. I'll look through it probably later today, and then I'll sit down and look at answer it the best way, and then I can give you that feedback because I do read all the comments, and I really like when you prioritize the time for making a comment, especially when it's constructive feedback, and I'll do my best to answer and provide the info that you're seeking because again, yes, I'm spending and I want to cut down on my own spending, and I applaud those who aren't spending, who can resist that. So I want to give you some insight into what I think you guys should be doing, and it's up to you to disagree with me. I respect that, so no worries there. That was it for this video. Leave a comment down below. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm so close to 700 and I'm chasing that 100k and above. It really means the world to me. Also, if you don't subscribe, it's fine. Just the fact that you're here watching and listening and offering constructive feedback really brightens my day. So have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video.